Please only take what resonates and leave what does not. I'll be looking at your overall energies and what's surrounding you. Please do not force what does not fit. Thank you for joining me again, okay? If you haven't yet subscribed, please hit the subscribe bell, press all, you'll be notified of my next upcoming reading. Don't forget to give the video the thumbs up. Thank you very much. Okay. I'll give these cards a couple more shuffles. Okay, and pick up your strength is bringing down a tower for someone, okay? Maybe something's coming top for them, something's been exposed. You're showing resilience and strength, okay? Well, something you're talking about which is a shocking realisation, something was hidden from you. In turn, it's bringing down the tower, okay? I'm hearing the cat's out of the bag. Why does this individual feel like they've got a tower in their life? Spirit guys, yeah. Because you're birthing something new in your life. Some of you could have children. Some of you could be pregnant, okay? Or you're just, you know your place in the world. Someone could be Venus. 5 of Wands. Conflict. Okay, there's some type of conflict going on. I'm hearing that this could be amongst people in a group. Some type of competition. It could have been someone that's in competition with you that you knew nothing about. Yeah, it could have been dealing with something about some information. Someone is receiving some information, okay? That you're showing resilience, strength. Someone may have tried to stop your ships coming in, okay? Or they know that they can't stop this. Some type of someone feels they're in competition with you. And you're just like, you're not in competition with this energy. Or maybe you don't know about it. That's for some of you. Some type of competition to try to get ahead or be better than you. And you're just slow and steady wins the race. You're not paying no attention to this. Just minding your own business, I'm hearing. But you're looking out to your future. 4 of Pentacles. You could have been dealing with an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn or Virgo. So take star signs as it resonates with you or to this person or who this person is. So they could either be a Taurus, they could either be a Virgo, they could either be a Capricorn. Or they could all be all of them, okay? But this is in regards to maybe someone had stolen some money off you and they were holding on to it, okay? This is someone that is mean. So some information's come out in regards to this individual taking some money, taking something that wasn't theirs, withholding it. Not giving you what was yours, okay? So this individual may have thought that you didn't know about this or you wouldn't look into this, okay? And they were working with, it could have been earth sign working with a fire sign, Aries, Leo or Sag, okay? Knight of Cups. Just be careful of someone wanting to come back around and try to offer some cup. Because it could be because something you're getting, something you're doing. You could have shut the door on this energy, okay, where you don't want this cup, you're not interested. Yeah, something's blocked for this earth sign, okay? But there could be a situation where someone wants to come back around to try to block your finances. But I'm just picking up this individual. Something's blocked. It could be maybe some money that they stole off you and they can't reach this money now. Their account's being froze, blocked. Something could be getting looked into. What's going to happen in regards to this situation involving this person or people that's involved in this theft, holding on to someone's, yeah, it could be something to do with a property, maybe he's left a home, okay, King of Swords, could be someone in authority. Or someone here's getting to the bottom of some truth, or they know about something that was hidden from you. Someone could have investigated something. So you may be receiving your home back that was taken from you, something that was left for you. Okay, or maybe you never knew about this home. Yeah, 10 of Cups, storm warning, okay? Something's a completion, something's over. Could be your family that was involved in this, another family that was involved in this, okay? There's a storm heading to these people's way. Family members, someone that, you know, it could have been a sibling. It could have been something that your parent, I'm picking up, it could have been a parent here that gave something to someone that was yours. Okay, for them to get some type of money, and they could have given it to another sibling, and their sibling was holding on to it. Okay, something could have been got signed, something was signed in your name, something about some document could have been altered. Yeah, this is a completion. You've ended this situation. You may not be talking to this sibling or these family members. Okay, you now know the truth, or something to do with a relationship, whether it's a Ace of Cups, someone could be drinking heavily, someone's in their emotions. Something slipped through someone's fingers. They thought you'd never get to find this out. Knight of Swords, yeah, this is information. You're not happy about what you've heard, okay? You now know why this happens. This person in your family, you'll now come to the conclusion. You see, when someone, I wouldn't say don't like you, I'd say hates you. Number one, it's because what was given to you, what was left for you, they took it off you. They hate you, they're jealous of you. They felt like they deserved this. It wasn't for them, it wasn't left for them. Something they took, something they were holding to themselves. Paying other people to come against you, a group, okay, that was involved. You're aware of this now, you're seeing clearly. You're speaking of this. There was still them people there, okay? Now you know the truth. You wipe this person off your hands. You're like, oh, now I see clearly. Now I know why this happened, that happened. Now I know why that was said, why this was said. You're happy that you now know the truth and you can move forward with your life. It's an ending for this person. And what I mean by that in regards to the relationship, you're never going to speak to them again, I'm hearing. or after you find this information out, or some information comes to you, you may not be speaking to energies right now, but this is in regards to you, this situation with this, after finding out the truth and the betrayal, you're like, that's it now, you're out of my life for good. There ain't even a hello, like if you see this person on the street, you're just completely, utterly done. Like your mind's made up, you're like, boy, really? You was the biggest enemy, Knight of Swords, yeah. You had to deal with some battle on your own, but you stood up for yourself, okay? And there's some truth that you're speaking. They never expected for you to find this out. Some of you, 3 of Swords in reverse. Yeah, you're not in no pain. You're not, you're not feeling the loss of them. You're not, you're not like, well, you betrayed me and I'm going to this and I'm going to seek revenge. 3 of Swords, yeah, since you've moved away, since you've got this information, since you're not dealing with this person and these people, like, you know the truth, you're just so much more happier in your life. Loss, grief, betrayal, 3 of Swords in reverse. You're not dealing with that because you're no longer in this energy around this person for them to betray you again. Okay, you're not feeling the loss of them. How can you feel the loss of someone that's betrayed you, that's done you the ultimate wrong? Okay, so your heart's healing. Yeah, this earth sign, they have to, something about they have to give this money back. Okay? This person has to give this money back. High Priestess, yeah, you use your intuition. You're now using your intuition. You now know what's hidden, okay? You may not be talking to any of these people in some of your family members, okay? Or you know, the outsiders that was working with your family. Yeah, this person is holding on to this money. You're moving away from unsettled times to calmer waters. Yeah, you're moving on. You're moving away. Some dirt's getting dug up about this. Something's getting... They try to hide this money situation, and they try to plant money in different, maybe different locations I'm picking up, or maybe, you know, I'm just hearing some dirt's getting dug up about them, okay? Maybe this person even hid money somewhere underground, or, you know, or is hiding money right now. You see that? Shovel with money there. So they could be parking up money somewhere, hoping that they don't get caught. They could be doing this in the middle of the night. The Hangman in reverse. Yeah, they wasn't able to sacrifice you. Can you believe it? They actually wanted to sacrifice you so that you would never get your hands on this money. Now, how disgusting is that? These are the lengths they want to go to, but you're aware, so they wasn't able to. And sacrifice doesn't mean like taking you out. It could mean it's just sacrificing, getting you to sacrifice yourself, doing things to you behind the scenes, making you look like you're this, that and the other when you're not. When all along it was them working behind the scenes to keep this secret or to keep this money from you. So they all come together to work to make you, they've done shady things behind the scenes. You may have been going through this for many years with this energy, involving other people. You've come to realise the truth, okay? Yeah, Ace of Swords. You know the truth now. You're showing strength. You're strong. You're courageous. Okay. Could have been a Leo that's angry. That could have been another family member or someone in this group that's angry because now you know the truth. They wasn't able to sacrifice you. They may have even used an energy of fire sign to come towards you, to threaten you in some type of way. That I'm picking up past energy. You could have reported this, okay, to the authorities, or like, wait a minute, someone that's connected to my sibling come towards me and try to threaten me, and you know, maybe at the time you didn't realise, or you connected the dots when you was with a particular person. It could have been your sibling that rang you while she was in the company of this person, and that gave the game away. You paid attention. It's like, okay, maybe they spoke to this person that you was in the company of, but it's like they set this whole thing up for you to cross this person's path. It's like a setup, okay? But you got some information, you found the truth out, and you connected the dots. She's like, all right, okay. King of Wands in reverse. Someone isn't a leader, fire sign, okay? Queen of Swords. Could have been a Gemini involved in this group as well. Another Gemini, another Libra, another Aquarius. Ten of Swords, yeah. Ultimate betrayal, but there was a group of them. Following you, stalking you. Like, you went through a lot with these people, okay? You went through a lot. I'm hearing they're all getting caught up in this now. This is why they're fighting, arguing, blaming one another. Well, I'm not going down for this. You're the one who told me this. You're the one that, yeah. They're all arguing and turning against each other. Ten of Swords, ultimate betrayal. They wanted to cause you endings throughout your life or out of foot. They've done things behind the scenes to try to cause you endings. Yeah, someone from your past was involved. Someone from your childhood, or they was involved. Something to do with a water sign, okay? This could have been a mother that was involved with this, doing this to you as well. You may have, some of you may have not grown up with this mother. This mother may have had another sibling living with them, okay? This mother should have given you something when you reached 18. You may have got it and there wasn't nothing in there. And you're like, okay. They gave someone access to this. They're the Tower. Shocking revelation. This information is the Tower. Their Tower's coming down, okay? What was hidden in the dark has come to light. Five of Pentacles. This person may want to now come back in from the cold. This could be an earth sign sibling or someone that you knew from your past, okay? But I'm just picking up for some of you, it's a mother and a sibling, all right? And you're like, no, you're never coming back in my life, ever. They may be not in a good place financially, and you're like, I really don't care. You betrayed me. Okay, so now I see you as not my number one enemy. I'm hearing you see this person as your number one enemy. You're like, I don't trust you. I would never trust you again. Like, literally. Yeah, you showed me who you are, family or not. I don't trust you. And it's as simple as that. Or it was a masculine working with a group of other masculines, okay? You could be getting some type of recognition. Three of Pentacles, some type of collaboration. Let me see what other messages I get out of here. Okay, so look, there's a group here that's getting information that you're getting some type of recognition, whether it's public recognition, all right, or you're being rewarded. You know, people, whatever. Five of Wands, yeah, because you're still moving forward, okay? So there could be like a group here that something about teamwork, collaborating together. Something to do with individual talents to achieve a shared goal. And this signifies a diverse, the importance of a diverse group pooling their strengths. Okay? But that points to a successful beginning and a strong foundation built on shared effort. Okay, so this could have been either people that were helping you behind the scenes, or this is what this group come together to do. The Devil. Boy. There's definitely toxicity within this group now, okay? These people are like, I don't know, some of them may have some type of, they've definitely got some type of attachments, alright? I'm picking up, they've got some like, some of these men, they're just, some of these people, these masculines, they're just users. They use lust to use women, okay? And you know, like some of you, like I don't. Some of you may live. You may have had really could be a big grown ass woman. You're like, no, I don't need. Um, you may need some type of protection, or maybe you have got protection, or you're getting protection from these people because something's out of the bag. But you're just not entertaining. You're not interested in none of these people. You know they have attachments. You know they have some kind of entity attached to them. Okay. They want to attach something to you, you're like, the hell no. Yeah, you keep that attachment, or, you know, you sleep around. Yeah, these are just a group of men. I mean, they just, it's like a group of men coming together to manipulate women, to get what they want. But they use sex to try to use, okay, to get what they want. And they wear masks. And you don't trust this energy. Yeah, you've got your boundaries up, okay? You're protecting yourself, your energy. That's who they are. That's who they are. Okay? You don't trust none of them. Even down to some women, because they may have female friends that all try to come towards you and befriend you, and you're like, yeah, I can see through that as well. Okay, because don't just think it's, you know, guys. I mean, they use other energies that are just like them, low vibe energies, toxic. Okay, all out to do the same thing. So yeah, that they will use another woman to try to befriend you. Yeah, something to do with generational wealth, or something to do with your wealth, or something that was left for you. It could have been an estate, a home, money. Okay. Like, you're not just about to work on whatever it is you're working on to hand over. Someone just wants to hold on to you for finances. You're like, to the hell no, get a job or do something. Like, you're not about to come in my life or latch on to me, just because. You're like, yeah, you're not about to latch on to me. Yeah, there could be some people you're around and you don't trust them anyway because you're involved with this group. Nine of Pentacles, you're independent, self-sufficient. There could be 3 people, okay, that are going to give some information. These people could be close to you, Divine Feminine, okay, and you may have just witnessed something yourself, okay. So there could be 3 people within a group that's close to you, and they could be feminines, okay, and you don't trust them anyway. 2 of Wands. Yeah. Something about someone watching you. Could be on a World Wide Web. Hello, Lisa. Hello, Prion on Fire. Good day to you. Thanks for joining me. Ace of Pentacles. Wheel of Fortune. Okay, this is about life cycles in your destiny. This is your destiny to receive this, and they try to block you from receiving it. So again, as I said, that they will even use feminines around you, you know, just and then, you know, these feminines go back and they give information over to this group. They could get paid. That could be for some, all right? I'm picking it up as well. Queen of Wands. Could be a fire sign that's involved in this. 10 of Wands. Someone wants to lay down their burdens. Okay. 7 of Wands. So maybe in this group there was, but there's definitely something about maybe someone's going to give some information to receive some type of finances, or something about someone knowing that ships are coming in. All right. Maybe right now certain energies that are around you, you're not too, yeah, you know, these could be people you don't know like that, but you know, I'm not saying you don't trust anyone, but you're just not stupid, okay? Something could be getting built. Some of you could be going back to college, university, building on skills, or you're seen as doing this. Someone's in the energy of, oh no, someone's really worried because you're not dealing with no loss, grief, betrayal, all right? Like, let's just say, for instance, you know, through the experience, what you've gone through, like you see things clearly now with that blindfold off. You're not, like, let's just say, I don't know, you met someone, they were same, you know, feminine like you, karmic, whatever. You may see this person's a karmic, but you didn't know them that well. And, you know, you're like, okay, you see where the friendship goes with this person, but there's been a few times that they've actually shown their true colours, and you're like, that's a and then they've done something else, and you're like, that's a and then the last straw was maybe how this person spoke to you a certain way. You're like, I'm definitely not dealing with that, and you've blocked a particular person. Okay, you're like, I'm not being attached to you, and I don't have to put up with this. Someone could have been a bit argumentative. Let's just say I use like, let's just say you having a conversation with someone on the phone and using a place where it was busy and there could have been background noise, and this person's like, if you're talking to someone else and I'm going to put the phone down, like they were really rude and negative and abrupt, and you was like, who do you think you're talking to like that? You know, I'm just hearing you're not putting up with it. And you're like, well, I haven't known you that long, or I've given you a couple of chances, but that's it now. It's a and that's a definite. You're blocked. I don't want your friendship. I don't need you. I don't like how you're coming across to me. You're just not accepting anyone talking to you in any way or how they feel they can. You know your worth, and you're like, you're gone. I don't need your friendship. I'm good on my own. I wouldn't say like isolated on your own. Like you may have other people that you know, but you know, your things that you would have accepted in the past, you're not accepting now. Okay? You're taking your power back. Don't even have to be that. Could be a similar situation where you're like, oh, I'm not dealing with that. Like, you're not talking to me like that. Who do you think you are? Like, you know? But you're not arguing. Like, you're just straight off, block, cut, end the call, end the conversation, walk away. You're like, see you later. The Lovers. Yeah, something's a missed opportunity. Okay, someone's in regret. You're like, well, you're not in regret, I'm hearing. Yeah, you ended something. And now someone's in regret. You're like, well, you know, you should know how to talk to people. That someone was sharp with their tongue, all right, but you defeated this individual. Yeah. You may have even, you know, you may have even been in person with this individual, and they thought like they could speak to you anyhow, and you're like, who do you think you're talking to? It's not like arguments, or you're just like the audacity. Maybe something happened to this person, and you was like an ear, or you was giving them sound advice, and then they had the audacity to turn around and speak to you a certain way. You're like, I'm not dealing with this. I'm not having that. You're telling me about this problem you had, and you think you can come back and speak to me like that. Page of Pentacles. Four of Swords. You've laid the situation to rest. You've got bigger and better things to plant in your life. You're like, yeah, you've laid that situation to rest. Knight of Wands. Someone was, this is fast, rapid movement. Someone rushed, said something, done something, okay? You're just like, no, you may find this first person like kind of a bit toxic, okay? Or you just found the situation, you said, no, I'm not having this in my life. You know, I can't be around this person, this energy. It will affect me. Eight of Wands, communication, yeah. So, someone, we see that with that chameleon. You're like, yeah, you're like, I don't trust you. So your intuition was setting off alarm bells, okay? Queen of Pentacles. Yeah. They could have been working with the Earth sign. I told you there's a group, but you could be, you know, it's like it doesn't matter. Maybe some of these people did go to prison, or maybe they will get locked up, or they're trapped in something now that they've done, and these energies. I mean, I'm just seeing there was quite a few people involved in it, and the penny's starting to drop. You're like, yeah, okay, so you were one of them, you were one of them, and it doesn't matter where they come from. You're like, just you're using your intuition. You're getting, you know, you're content, you're happy right now, okay? You know, there's things that you're not accepting now that maybe you would have allowed to go over your head in the past. Like, yeah, you may have argued back, or like, you know, gave someone another chance to be in your energy, call you, speak to you, meet up with them, but you're like, no, not no more. Them days are over, okay? No one's getting no chances. You speak to me like that once, you're gone. It's as simple as that. You're not getting a second chance. Queen of Cups. You found someone here very sneaky. Something may have been stolen off someone. And maybe that's what they rang you to speak to you about. Someone here may have spoke of a situation where they allowed someone in, I'm hearing. And then there could have been some type of violence involved in this situation. So this could have been someone that you was talking to on the phone. He's like, well, why did you let them in? You know, they're a stranger. Well, I you know, they work for this company and I wanted to get a quote on this and that. And you're like, yeah, but why? You can't just allow random strangers in your home. And maybe the pennies dropped to maybe why something happened, a fight happened, or there was something that happened between them and this person. And then maybe it could have been the way how they spoke to you. And you're like, well, if you go around speaking to people like that, what do you expect? Or, I mean, you're not condoling fighting. You're not condoling. I'm not condoling fighting. But you're saying, well, you know, you've got to know who you can talk to. Manners cost nothing, I'm hearing. All right, maybe it weren't a nice situation for this person to go through, but at the end of the day, we all make our own decisions. You don't just allow any random stranger in your home. I'm just using that as a okay. Someone could have been sleeping and there was some type of theft. Okay. I don't know if, you know, maybe someone was bound to some addiction. I don't know if someone let someone in just because someone had something and they never had it, and they were like, all right, okay, well, you know, I don't mind a bit of that, or whatever it was, but it led to some toxicity where there was a fight. And maybe you're trying to give someone some good sounds, advice, and then they kind of turns a bit, you saw their true colours. The true colours come out. You're like, no, I'm not dealing with you. You're getting blocked. You're not about to bring your problems onto me. Temperance, Earth Angel. The Hierophant, higher organisation. You could be some type of healer. You give maybe some secret, some information. You could be anointed. Okay, you could be someone that's anointed. You got some type of gift. Someone has some type of gift. And because you know who you are now, you see these energies, your intuition, like, you know who's good, who ain't good. I'm not saying this person ain't good, but you're like, no, I'm not dealing with toxicity. I'm not allowing you to talk like that around me. You're not binding your problem onto me. I'm not about to, because, you know, like, if you, like, they may have wanted you to argue with them, and you may have just made it clear, look, I don't know who you think you're talking to, and that was it. You just ended it. So, Five of Cups, missed opportunity. Okay? You're like, no, I'm not giving that energy over. I don't actually trust you. So this could be some type of, someone here was celebrating with friends, okay? Some group coming together. You're protecting your energy, okay? Could be in hermit mode, you've pulled your energy back. You're protecting your energy. Yeah, you'll go out and do whatever you need to do, but you're protecting your energy from this person, this group. All right? Something's a missed opportunity, 5 of Cups. You know, there could have been some underhanded comments this person has said. You know, it's like, I don't know, just little things that they said, little digging things, and you're like, no, you ain't no friend. You're not a nice person, to be honest. I don't want to be around you. You're getting justice. You're walking away from these type of energies. You're just not having it. Divine feminine, divine masculine. You're just not having it. King of Cups. You're just not having it. You're emotionally balanced, okay? Yeah, I mean, you've got the right to, people talk to you a certain way, you've got the right to say, like, who do you think you're talking to like that? But you're not giving that energy where you're going back and forth and arguing. You're like, look, you know, at the end of the day, you made your bed, you lie in it. Why did you allow this person that you don't know come from the street into your home, sleep in your home? And then whatever happened, and then this person, you know, you have a talk and they explain that situation to you, and you're like, and then they end up turning sour towards you, like speaking to you a certain way. You're like, no, I'm not entertaining this. How dare you? Like, who do you think you're talking to? Like, I don't even know you like that for you to talk to me in that way. So yeah, that's all I'm hearing. But yeah, going back to the situation, there was some, you know, these energies, they, you know, trying to take some type of opportunity, or some jealousy, or they know that you're doing something, and you're just like, no, I'm not being around this. I'm not putting up with this no more. So yeah, you've definitely taken your power back. Knight of Wands. Yeah. Rapid action, fast action. You took some fast action. You're emotionally balanced, okay? Even this person that you may have met from somewhere, they may have even tried to get you to come somewhere that wasn't like toxic, where people are involved in substances. Oh, come to this flat, or come here, I'm here. And you're like, no, I don't surround myself with them type of energies, or like no, you're not a good person. It's just something you saw in someone. You thought, no, you're not about to lead me down no garden path, like, which ain't a good situation. Yeah, you're like, no. You're not dealing with no fool here. Yeah. King of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, you're planting new seeds, okay? You're planting new seeds. You're attending to what needs to be attended to. And you're getting justice, okay? Yeah, you took some rapid, fast action. You're emotionally balanced. You're very mature, okay? You're like, no, I'm not about to, like, how dare you? Who do you think you're talking to? I'm not having this. You didn't, straight block, end the conversation, whether you walked away literally, said, I'm not dealing with this, see you later, nice knowing you, okay, take care, bon voyage, I don't want this friendship back, like, you know, I've given you an inch, you think you can take a yard, and, you know, I just can't be around this, or, yeah, justice. Maybe someone got the justice system involved in regards to something, okay? Knight of Pentacles. something about someone waiting for an opportunity. Temperance. Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, this something about, you know, you're just... Boy, people, man. Yeah, Knight of Pentacles, Temperance. Right, you took some fast action moving forward. You took a grounded approach, okay, with the King of Cups, to achieve goals through persistent hard work, okay? You stood grounded. You're like, I want to stay grounded, thanks. Justice. Some of you could be a Libra. And you went through this. And this person may have been dealing with a fire sign. It could have been something to do with a water sign, or you are, you've got water in your plate. You may have, you know, different placements, but you took some fast type of action, okay? Someone could have been impulsive in regards to something they rushed to do. Yeah, you're not returning to someone you're not returning back to this person, okay? Someone from your past. Or maybe you've got to find out they were connected to someone from your past. And you're like, oh, you're part of the group as well, are you? Okay. Fire and earth. You may have fire and earth in your placement. You're driven by a deep passion for your work and loyalty to your responsibilities in your Pentacles. Emperor. Your boss. This has heard you on fire. Right, not literally, but something you're doing, or you know, you've got so much passion. Queen of Cups, yeah. Yeah, you try to give some sound advice, or, you know, use emotionally balance, or, you know, you was working with someone that is the opposite to you, and you was like, no, I can't deal with this, you're too negative for me, okay? I don't like how you're coming across. I don't like your attitudes. I'm not accepting it. You're not talking to me that way. This could be just down to things that you've gone through in your life, and you're like, I'm just over it. I'm not allowing anyone to come in my life, speak to me that way, treat me like this. You're just walking away from it. You're not desperate for a friendship. Three of Cups. Maybe there's someone that was working with a group, and there's others that you could be celebrating with, talking with. Maybe you explain something to a group that you're around, a couple of people, you know. Well, you wouldn't guess what happened to me, and you're like, nah, I'm not dealing with that. You're not dealing with people's stress. Yeah. Two of Swords in reverse. You weren't undecided. You made a judgment call. Okay. You weren't like, well, you know, maybe they went through something bad. I'll give them another chance. You were like, no. Like there was other situations where this person had didn't even have to be a certain way around you or speak to you, or, you know, it could have been even other things with this person. Like, I'm just hearing you didn't know them that long. You got to meet them, and, you know, you meet people on your path, but you're just not accepting certain things, all right? There could have been where you should have met someone somewhere, they didn't turn up on time, you're like, I'm not waiting around. Then when you decided to go and meet up with another friend, then they decided to call you. What? How come you didn't wait for me? Well, I'm not sitting around waiting for you for hours. You know, you should have been there at a particular time. You wasn't there. I've got to be somewhere at another time, or there was somewhere else you had to go, and you're like, no, I'm not wasting my day waiting around for you. And then maybe another day you saw them, they tried to make you feel some type of way. Well, you know, you didn't wait for me yesterday, and you're like, well, you should have been on time. Simple as that. The world don't revolve around you. Life goes on. I've got other people to see, other friends to see, to come together with. It's like someone wants to have some type of control or power. You're like, no. Queen of Wands. Could have been a Queen of Wands involved in this. Yeah, Judgment. Judgment call. Judgment. I mean, you're over there. Some information. You're just doing you. Okay? But some judgment has been called on this. Maybe this person's like, oh, maybe they said they went on holiday somewhere or something like that. And then maybe you said, well, I'm planning on going on holiday with my friends, and, you know, and they're like, well, I'm definitely coming. You're like, wait a minute, I don't even know you. Like, what do you mean? No, you're not. And maybe intuitively you may feel like, no, I don't think my friend would really actually take to you. And you don't mean that in a bad way. It's just this person's energy wasn't good. And he picked up on it. He's like, no, I'm not about to argue and fight with you. I'm not going back and forth. There ain't no competition here. You're a big grown-ass woman, that's for some, okay? And you were like, well, you know, I'm just hearing something about something in regards to some type of fight or something happens, and you're like, no, it's not nice that happened, but at the end of the day, you can't just allow random strangers in your home. You should know better than that. Maybe there was a fight. Again, as I said, I'm not condoning that. And any man putting their hands on a woman, but, you know, you're like, well, you just can't. This person could have been a Erdera, yeah? You know what I'm saying? Or they could have argued anything. Well, you know, they were working for this company and I wanted to quote on some decorating or something. Well, no, it doesn't matter. You take maybe a picture of how high your ceiling is, and then you show that person, or if they're working on your road and the properties on that road, they're all the same, aren't they? So you say, well, you know, they're similar, but you don't let someone that you don't know, any Joe Blogs, random person to come and stay in your home. And then they try to speak to you a certain way. You're like, no, I'm not doing that, no. So, yeah, maybe the law was involved in this situation, okay? Or you could have said, well, why did you leave it so long to contact them? Maybe it's a lie, I don't know. Maybe they're trying to bait you up to get you to come somewhere, I don't know. This is, you moved away from unsettled times, you moved away. They're like, no, see you later, the lovers. Maybe there was a situation where, I don't know, maybe they were working together and lying to you. Maybe trying to get you somewhere. You're like, no. Yeah, the moon, illusions, lies, secrets. An ending, put an ending to the situation. You've gone through some type of transformation. Four of Wands. Yeah, I'm telling you, it was like someone was, again, as I said, someone could have been doing something on the property, working on the property, and someone saw that person outside and they were like, well, oh, you know, they're legit because they're working on that, so I can let them come in my home and get a quote, and then ended up staying the night or something. Something happened where there was some type of fight, argument, okay? Boy. Yeah. Someone could be in their emotions or something to do with a water sign, okay? The Tower, yeah. Telling you something to do with in a home, okay? Someone saw someone outside, working, doing something outside. See them walking in the home there? Something happened in this home, a fight, something like that. You know, it could be, you know, it's like, boy, you just can't do that. Seven of Wands. You're standing your ground. You stood your ground to this. I mean, this person was trying to fire some type of negative energy, and you're like, no, you stood your ground. Or you're a masculine and someone spoke to you some type of way, and you know, was going to help this person out, and they spoke to you some type of way, and then you felt away, and maybe some argument or fight occurred, and I'm not, again, this person's attitude rubbed you up the wrong way, and there was something happens, okay? You know, I'm not condoling, but at the end of the day, this individual could have walked away and just said, you know what, I'm sorry, I can't help you. I suggest you get a quote or get someone else. Someone shouldn't have really put hands on anyone here. You know, there's ways and means of dealing with a situation. Because then, you know, the police are involved in, you know, especially if you don't call them straight away and you leave it for a few days, they're going to be like, well, why have you left it so long? Oh, because I realised this and I realised that. Maybe something was taken. Oh, so you've called just because something was taken, but you didn't call because the person put their hands on you. Should have called straight away. Yeah, I mean, I still have to follow this up. Seven of Swords. Yeah, theft. Something was stolen. And they were like, well, because something was stolen, I'm going to call the feds. Yeah? That's what the person said. Now I'm going to get the justice system involved. Could have been a set of keys or something like that, or someone's purse or someone's wallet or something, okay? And someone's like, now I'm calling the police. All right, okay, so the person attacked you. You're not calling the police because of that, but you're calling because they stole something. Make it make sense. And why did you allow this random stranger to come in your house? And Were they a stranger though? That's the question. Is that a lie? I'm hearing as well, you could be questioning, and now you're blocking this person. You're protecting yourself. You're like, no, no, no. Boy. I mean, for some of you, it could have been money that was stolen, okay? Or someone wants to try to take some opportunity, or maybe they stole something to go searching in your home while she was out, or maybe they would have had someone, you know, on the road in the community watching. Oh, that person's gone out, now go in there. The Fool. Someone here took a leap of faith and went in a new direction. Yeah. Maybe had someone watching. See? Or someone thought that they could get their end away with you, and he's like, no. Yeah, the Chariot, the police could have been called. But I'm just picking up this is in regards to you moving forward. Some type of warrior energy moving forward from this. I don't know. For someone here, it sounds very suspect. The whole situation, you're like, well, I don't know. How can you just let some random... It just sounds all a bit... We all make mistakes in life, but I think there comes a time where you've got to start waking up to things that you can't really trust or just do out of the blue. You just don't know who you're entertaining. The Hierophant. Tower. So maybe someone here was involved in something. Because I've been hearing, and I've been, you know, as well, I listen to Signs and Synchronicity, something about everyone saying about Delta keys and want the keys. So it could be something to do with keys, okay? See the keys there? Okay. Thank you for joining me. Have a positive day. Don't forget to thank you for the 2 thumbs up. Well appreciated. Again, only take what resonates, okay? Leave what doesn't. And I'll be doing some more readings later on. Thank you for joining me, Lisa H. And Prior on Fire. Okay. Thank you for joining me. Bye.